Hello everyone. Welcome back to this video. Today we are going to learn English in a very natural and practical way. We are going to learn English while cooking. Many learners think English practice means sitting with the grammar book, memorizing difficult words, or studying for many hours. But English can also be learned through daily life. And cooking is one of the best daily activities for English practice. Why? Because cooking has actions. Cooking has objects. Cooking has smells, colors, taste, movement, and steps. You can see what you are doing. You can touch what you are using. You can describe everything in simple English. This makes learning easier. When you cook, you can practice words like onion, tomato, salt, oil, rice, water, spoon, plate, pan, knife, and bowl. You can practice actions like cut, wash, mix, boil, fry, stir, pour, add, heat, taste, and serve. You can also practice full sentences like, I am cutting the onion. I am adding salt. The oil is hot. I am mixing everything. The food smells good. This is how English becomes natural. You do not only study English, you use English, and that is the real secret of speaking. If you want to speak English confidently, you must connect English with your daily life. Your kitchen can become your classroom. Your spoon can become your learning tool. Your cooking time can become your speaking practice. So watch this video till the end. Because today, you will learn how to turn a normal cooking routine into a powerful English speaking habit. And if you are learning English, listen carefully, repeat the sentences, and practice with me. Also, subscribe to this channel for more simple and useful English lessons. Step 1. Name everything in English. When you enter the kitchen, look around and start naming the things you see. Do not worry about making long sentences in the beginning. Start with simple words. For example, this is a spoon. This is a knife. This is a bowl. This is a plate. This is a pan. This is a stove. This is water. This is oil. This is salt. This is rice. This is onion. This is tomato. This practice looks small, but it is very powerful. Because speaking English starts with noticing things in English. Many learners know English words, but they do not use them in real life. They see an onion, but they think in their own language. They use a spoon, but they do not say spoon in English. They cook rice, but they do not say rice in English. So the first goal is to connect real objects with English words. When you touch something, say its name. When you pick something, say its name. When you use something, say its name. For example, I am holding a knife. I am using a spoon. I am washing the rice. I am cutting the tomato. I am opening the container. This helps your brain think in English faster. You are not translating too much. You are connecting English directly with real life. That is natural learning. Let us take one simple cooking example. Imagine you are making rice. You can say, this is rice. This is water. This is a pot. This is a spoon. This is salt. I am using the stove. These are very simple sentences. But if you say them every day, your speaking habit becomes stronger. Now imagine you are making tea. You can say, this is milk. This is water. This is tea powder. This is sugar. This is a cup. This is a spoon. I am making tea. Slowly, your kitchen vocabulary will grow. You will not need to memorize words separately. You will learn them naturally through action. This is very useful for beginners, because beginners need real-life English first. Not only difficult grammar, not only advanced vocabulary. Real English, useful English, daily English. So today, when you cook, do this practice. Look at 5 things in your kitchen. Say their names in English. Then make one sentence with each word. For example, onion. I am cutting an onion. Water. I am pouring water. Salt. I am adding salt. Pan. The pan is hot. Plate. I am taking a plate. This simple practice can improve your vocabulary, speaking, and confidence. Do not wait for perfect English. Start with naming. Then slowly make sentences. Step 2. Describe every action while cooking. Cooking is full of action. You wash, you cut, you peel, you chop, you boil, you fry, you stir, you mix, you add, you taste, you serve. These action words are very important in daily English. So while cooking, speak what you are doing. For example, I am washing the vegetables. I am cutting the onion. I am peeling the potato. I am chopping the tomato. I am heating the oil. I am adding spices. I am stirring the food. I am boiling the water. I am tasting the food. I am serving the meal. This method is powerful because you are learning English through movement. You are not sitting silently. You are speaking with action. Your body is doing the action, and your mouth is describing it. This makes English easier to remember. Let us take an example. If you are making an omelette, you can say, I am taking 2 eggs. I am breaking the eggs. I am adding salt. I am adding onion. I am mixing everything. I am heating the pan. I am pouring the mixture. I am cooking the omelette. I am turning it carefully. My omelette is ready. This is a full English speaking practice, and you did it while cooking. No extra time needed. No classroom needed. No speaking partner needed. You are practicing alone, but naturally. If you are making vegetables, you can say, I am washing the vegetables. I am cutting the carrot. I am cutting the potato. I am heating oil in the pan. I am adding spices. I am adding vegetables. I am mixing everything. I am covering the pan. I am waiting for 5 minutes. The vegetables are cooking. The food smells nice. The vegetables are ready. This kind of practice helps you speak in present continuous tense. That means sentences like, I am cutting. I am washing. I am cooking. I am mixing. I am adding. This tense is very useful because it helps you talk about actions happening now. And cooking is perfect for this. You can also describe taste, smell, and texture. For example, it smells good. It tastes spicy. It is too salty. It is very hot. It is soft now. It is crispy. It is ready. It looks delicious. These sentences make your English more natural. Because real conversation is not only about actions, it is also about feelings and descriptions. Now here is a simple practice for you. Next time you cook, choose one dish. Then speak every step in English. Do not worry if your sentences are short. Short sentences are okay. I am making tea. I am boiling water. I am adding tea powder. I am adding sugar. I am adding milk. I am stirring it. The tea is ready. This is enough in the beginning. Slowly, you can make it longer. Today, I am making tea. First, I am boiling water. Then, I am adding tea powder and sugar. After that, I am adding milk. Now, I am stirring it slowly. The tea smells good. Finally, I am serving it in a cup. See the difference? The first version is simple. The second version is better. Both are useful. Start simple. Then improve. This is how English grows. One sentence becomes 2 sentences. 2 sentences become a short explanation. A short explanation becomes fluent speaking. So from today, whenever you cook, do not stay silent. Speak slowly. Describe your actions. Use simple words. Repeat daily. Because fluency comes when English becomes part of your normal life. And cooking gives you that chance every day. Step 3. Speak step by step like a cooking teacher. This is one of the best methods for English learners. Why? Because when you explain something step by step, your English becomes organized. You do not speak random sentences. You speak in order. First, then, after that, next, now, finally. These words help you explain anything clearly. Cooking is perfect for this practice because every recipe already has steps. You just need to explain those steps in English. For example, imagine you are making tea. You can say, first I am taking 1 cup of water. Then I am boiling the water. After that, I am adding tea powder. Next, I am adding sugar. Now I am adding milk. Finally, I am serving the tea. This is simple English, but it is very powerful because you are practicing speaking, grammar, vocabulary, and sentence order together. Many learners know words, but they do not know how to connect them. They say one sentence, then they stop. They do not know how to continue. But when you use step-by-step words, speaking becomes easier. You can continue your sentence naturally. First, I wash the vegetables. Then, I cut them into small pieces. After that, I heat oil in a pan. Next, I add spices. Now, I add the vegetables. Finally, I serve the food. This kind of speaking helps you build fluency, because fluency is not only about speed. Fluency means you can explain your thoughts clearly without stopping too much. If you are making rice, you can say, today I am making rice. First, I am taking 1 cup of rice. Then, I am washing the rice properly. After that, I am adding water. Now, I am putting the pot on the stove. Next, I am covering the pot. I am waiting for the rice to cook. Finally, the rice is ready. This is a full speaking practice. And the best thing is this: you're not only learning English, you are learning how to explain a process. This skill is very useful in daily life. You can use it when you explain your routine. You can use it when you explain your work. You can use it when you explain your study plan. You can use it when you explain any method. For example, first, I wake up early. Then, I drink water. After that, I study English. Next, I go to work. Finally, I review my day. See? The same method works everywhere. That is why cooking English practice is so useful. It trains your brain to speak in sequence. Sequence means order. When your speaking has order, people understand you better. You also feel more confident. Now let us make this practice more powerful. While cooking, imagine you are teaching someone. Imagine a beginner is watching you. You have to explain every step slowly and clearly. For example, today I am going to make a simple vegetable dish. First, I will wash the vegetables. Then I will cut them into small pieces. After that, I will heat some oil. Next, I will add spices. Then I will add the vegetables and mix them well. Finally, I will cook everything for a few minutes. This teacher method makes your English stronger. Because teaching forces you to explain clearly. Even if nobody is watching, pretend you are teaching. Speak like this. Now I am cutting the onion. Be careful while using the knife. Do not cut very big pieces. Small pieces cook faster. Now I am adding salt. Do not add too much salt. Now I am mixing everything. This kind of speaking gives you practical English. You learn warning sentences, instruction sentences, advice sentences, Action sentences. This is real-life English, not textbook English only. You can also practice common cooking instructions. For example, wash the vegetables, cut the onion, heat the pan, add oil, mix it well, cook for 5 minutes, keep the flame low, turn off the stove, serve it hot. These are short sentences, but they are very useful. If you repeat them daily, they will become automatic. Automatic means you can say them without thinking too much. That is how fluency grows. Many learners make one mistake. They wait for a speaking partner. They think, I cannot practice English because I have nobody to talk to. But this is not true. You can practice English by explaining your actions. Your kitchen can become your speaking partner. Your recipe can become your topic. Your cooking steps can become your English lesson. So from today, when you cook, do not only cook silently. Explain, speak, teach. Use step words. First, then, after that, next, now, finally. These small words can make your speaking smooth and clear. If you can explain cooking step by step, you can also explain your life step by step. That is why this method is powerful. Step 4. Learn kitchen vocabulary naturally. Many English learners try to memorize long vocabulary lists. But after a few days, they forget the words. Why? Because they are not using those words in real life. Vocabulary becomes strong when you connect it with action, place, and memory. Cooking gives you all three. You see the object, you touch the object, you use the object, then you say the English word. This makes the word easy to remember. Let us learn some common kitchen vocabulary. First, kitchen tools: spoon, knife, plate, bowl, pan, pot, cup, glass, fork, lid, stove, gas, mixer, grater, container, cutting board. Now use them in sentences. This is a spoon. I am using a knife. The plate is clean. I am taking a bowl. The pan is hot. I am covering the pot with a lid. I am cutting vegetables on the cutting board. This is how you should learn vocabulary. Word plus sentence. Do not learn only knife. Say, this is a knife. I am using a knife. I am cutting with a knife. Be careful with the knife. Now the word becomes useful. Second, learn ingredient vocabulary: rice, flour, sugar, salt, oil, milk, water, tea powder, onion, tomato, potato, carrot, garlic, ginger, chili, spices, vegetables, lentils, eggs, bread. Now use them in sentences. I am washing the rice. I am adding water. I am cutting an onion. I am chopping a tomato. I am adding salt. I am pouring oil into the pan. I am boiling milk. I am adding spices. Again, simple sentences are enough. You do not need difficult English. You need useful English. Third, learn cooking action words: wash, cut, chop, peel, slice, boil, fry, stir, mix, add, pour, heat, taste, cover, serve. Now speak them with action. I am washing the vegetables. I am cutting the potato. I am chopping the onion. I am peeling the carrot. I am boiling water. I am frying the egg. I am stirring the tea. I am mixing the ingredients. I am tasting the food. I am serving the meal. These action words are very important because they help you speak naturally. When you know action words, you can describe what is happening around you. This improves your speaking confidence. Fourth, learn words for taste and smell: sweet, salty, spicy, sour, bitter, hot, cold, fresh, delicious, tasty, crispy, soft, hard, smooth. Now use them in sentences. The tea is sweet. The food is too salty. This curry is spicy. The lemon is sour. The food smells delicious. The bread is soft. The chips are crispy. The soup is hot. These words help you describe food like a real speaker. You can talk about taste. You can talk about smell. You can talk about texture. Texture means how something feels. For example, soft, hard, crispy, smooth. This makes your English richer. Now let us make a full practice example. Imagine you are making a simple sandwich. You can say, "Today I am making a sandwich. I am taking 2 slices of bread. I am spreading butter. I am cutting cucumber and tomato. I am adding some salt and pepper. Now I am putting everything between the bread. The sandwich looks fresh. It tastes good. It is ready to eat." This is natural English. You learn tools, ingredients, actions, and taste words in one small practice. Now imagine you are making dal. You can say, "Today I am making dal. I am washing the lentils. I am adding water. I am boiling the dal. I am adding salt and spices. I am heating oil in a pan. I am adding garlic and onion. Now I am mixing everything. The dal smells good. It is ready." This is how you can practice English with Indian cooking also. English is not only for foreign food. You can use English with your own daily food. Tea, dal, rice, roti, sabzi, omelette, sandwich, Maggi, anything. The goal is not to cook fancy food. The goal is to speak English naturally while doing real actions. Here is one powerful tip. Make a small kitchen vocabulary notebook. Write words in 4 sections: tools, ingredients, actions, taste. Every day, add 5 new words. Then make 1 sentence with each word. Word, pan. Sentence, the pan is hot. Word, onion. Sentence, I am cutting an onion. Word, stir. Sentence, I am stirring the food. Word, spicy. Sentence, the food is spicy. This practice is simple, but it works. Because you are not memorizing blindly. You are using words in real sentences, and when you use words, you remember them better. Another useful tip is to label things in your kitchen. Write small English labels on paper. Stick them on objects: spoon, plate, cup, jar, rice, salt, sugar, oil. Every time you see the label, read it aloud. This will train your brain. After a few days, you will remember the words automatically. This method is very good for beginners because your environment becomes your teacher. Vocabulary is not powerful when it stays in your notebook. Vocabulary becomes powerful when it comes into your mouth. So do not only write words. Speak them. Use them. Repeat them. Connect them with real life. That is how you learn English naturally while cooking. Step 5. Make simple sentences from real actions. Many learners know grammar rules. They know tenses. They know vocabulary. But when they need to speak, they become silent. Why? Because their English is not connected to real life. They learned English in books, but they did not use English in daily actions. Cooking can solve this problem. When you cook, you are doing many real actions. You are washing, cutting, mixing, boiling, adding, tasting, serving. So every action can become one English sentence. For example, I am washing the rice. I am cutting the onion. I am adding salt. I am mixing the vegetables. I am boiling the water. I am tasting the food. The food is ready. These sentences are simple, but they are powerful because they train your mouth to speak English naturally. Do not think simple English is useless. Simple English is the foundation of fluent English. If you cannot speak simple sentences clearly, difficult English will not help you. So start with easy sentences. Then slowly make them longer. Simple sentence. I am cutting the onion. Better sentence. I am cutting the onion into small pieces. More detailed sentence. I am cutting the onion into small pieces because small pieces cook faster. See the difference? One sentence becomes deeper. One action becomes explanation. One small sentence becomes speaking practice. Let us take another example. Simple sentence. I am adding salt. Better sentence. I am adding a little salt. More detailed sentence. I am adding a little salt because too much salt can spoil the taste. This is how you improve. You do not need to jump from beginner English to advanced English. You grow sentence by sentence. Here is a very useful formula. Action plus object plus reason. For example, I am washing the vegetables because they must be clean. I am heating the pan because I need to cook the food. I am stirring the curry because I do not want it to burn. I am covering the pot because the rice needs to cook properly. I am tasting the food because I want to check the salt. This formula makes your English more natural. Because real speaking is not only saying what you are doing. Real speaking also explains why you are doing it. You can also use time words. First, then, now, after that, finally. For example, first, I am washing the vegetables. Then, I am cutting them. Now, I am heating the pan. After that, I am adding spices. Finally, I am serving the food. These words make your speaking smooth. They connect your sentences. They help the listener follow your explanation. This is a deeper level of English practice because you are learning order, grammar, vocabulary, and speaking flow at the same time. Now let us practice with one full example. Imagine you are making tea. You can say, today I am making tea. First, I am boiling water. Then I am adding tea powder. Now I am adding sugar. After that, I am adding milk. I am stirring it slowly. The tea smells good. Finally, I am serving the tea in a cup. This is natural English. It is simple. It is clear. It is useful. Now you can make it more detailed. Today, I am making tea for myself. First, I am boiling 1 cup of water. Then, I am adding tea powder and sugar. After that, I am adding milk. Now, I am stirring it slowly so the taste becomes good. The tea smells nice. Finally, I am serving it hot. This is better speaking. Not because the words are difficult, but because the explanation is clearer. Remember this lesson. Fluency grows when you describe real life. So whenever you cook, ask yourself, what am I doing? What am I using? Why am I doing this? What happens next? What does it look like? How does it smell? How does it taste? These questions will help you speak more. For example, what am I doing? I am frying the egg. What am I using? I am using a pan and a spoon. Why am I doing this? I am frying it because I want to make breakfast. What happens next? Next, I will serve it with bread. This is not only cooking practice. This is speaking practice. This method teaches your brain to think in English during real activities. And when your brain starts thinking in English, speaking becomes faster. So do not cook silently. Speak your actions. Explain your reasons. Use simple sentences. Then make them longer. This is how your kitchen becomes your English classroom. Step 6. Record your cooking and explain it in English. This is a very powerful method because when you record yourself, you can see your real speaking level. You can hear your pronunciation. You can notice your pauses. You can understand your mistakes. And you can improve faster. Many learners are afraid to record their voice. They think, my English is not good. My voice sounds strange. My pronunciation is wrong. What if I make mistakes? But remember this, recording is not for showing off. Recording is for improvement. You do not need to post the video. You do not need to show anyone. You can record only for yourself. Your phone can become your English teacher. Start very small. Record only 30 seconds. For example, while making tea, record yourself and say, "Today I am making tea. I am boiling water. I am adding tea powder. I am adding sugar. Now I am adding milk. I am stirring the tea. My tea is ready." That is enough for the first day. Do not try to sound perfect. Just speak. After recording, listen to yourself. Do not hate your voice. Do not feel shame. Listen like a learner. Ask yourself, did I speak clearly? Where did I stop? Which word was difficult? Which sentence can I improve? Did I speak too fast or too slowly? Then correct only 2 or 3 things. Do not correct everything at once. If you try to correct every mistake, you will feel tired. Small correction is better. For example, maybe you said, "I am add salt." Correct it. "I am adding salt." Maybe you said, "The food is ready." Correct it. "The food is ready." Maybe you said, "I am cutting onion." Better sentence, "I am cutting an onion." These small corrections will improve your grammar naturally. You are learning from your own speaking. This is one of the best ways to improve, because your mistakes show you exactly what you need to practice. After a few days, record the same cooking process again. You will notice improvement. Your voice will become clearer. Your sentences will become smoother. Your confidence will grow. This is very motivating, because sometimes learners feel they are not improving. But recordings show progress. Your first recording may sound weak. Your 10th recording will sound better. Your 30th recording will sound much better. This is how confidence grows. You can also use recording to practice different levels. Level 1. Simple actions. I am cutting onion. I am adding salt. I am stirring the food. Level 2. Steps. First, I am cutting the onion. Then, I am heating oil. After that, I am adding spices. Level 3. Explanation. I am cutting the onion into small pieces because it will cook faster. I am keeping the flame low because I do not want the food to burn. I am tasting the curry because I want to check the salt. Level 4. Teaching style. Today, I will show you how to make a simple vegetable dish. First, wash all the vegetables properly. Then, cut them into small pieces. After that, heat some oil in a pan. Now add spices and mix everything well. This level is very useful if you want to speak confidently in videos, presentations, or daily conversations. Recording also helps your pronunciation. Choose 5 words from your cooking video. For example, vegetable, ingredients, delicious, spicy, recipe. Repeat them slowly. Then use them in sentences. I am cutting vegetables. These are the ingredients. The food smells delicious. This curry is spicy. This is a simple recipe. This helps you learn pronunciation with meaning. You can also make a weekly challenge. Day 1. Record making tea. Day 2. Record making rice. Day 3. Record cutting vegetables. Day 4. Record making breakfast. Day 5. Record explaining your favorite dish. Day 6. Record a full recipe. Day 7. Watch all recordings and notice improvement. This is a very powerful English routine. You do not need expensive classes. You do not need perfect grammar. You need practice, recording, correction, and repetition. One more important tip. Do not delete your first recordings. Keep them. They are proof of your journey. One day, when your English becomes better, you will listen to your old recording and feel proud. You will say, I was not perfect, but I started. And that feeling will give you confidence. So use your phone wisely. Do not use it only for scrolling. Use it to record your growth. Use it to improve your speaking. Use it to become more confident. Because when you record, listen, correct, and repeat, your English cannot stay the same. It will improve. Step 7. Turn cooking into daily speaking practice. This is the final and most important step, because English does not improve only by learning once. English improves through daily contact, daily speaking, daily listening, daily repetition, daily use. Cooking is something many people do regularly. So if you connect English with cooking, you create a natural speaking habit. You do not need extra time. You do not need a special place. You do not need a speaking partner. You only need to use English during something you already do. This is the secret of natural learning. Attach English to your daily life. When English becomes part of your routine, it becomes easier. Here is a simple daily cooking English routine. First, before cooking, say what you will make. For example, today I am going to make rice. Today I am going to make tea. Today I am going to make vegetables. Second, name the ingredients. I need rice, water, salt, and a pot. I need tea powder, milk, sugar, and water. I need potato, onion, tomato, oil, and spices. Third, describe the actions. I am washing the rice. I am cutting the onion. I am heating the oil. I am adding spices. I am mixing everything. Fourth, describe smell, taste, and look. The food smells good. The curry looks delicious. The tea is hot. The dish is spicy. The rice is soft. Fifth, give a final summary. Today, I made a simple meal. I practiced English while cooking. I learned new words. I spoke in full sentences. This practice helped my confidence. This routine is simple but very effective. You can finish it in 5 to 10 minutes. If you do this daily for 1 month, your speaking will improve. Because you are training your brain to think in English. You are training your mouth to speak English. You are training your confidence to grow. Now let us understand the deeper benefit. Cooking English practice helps you in many areas. It improves vocabulary because you learn real words. It improves grammar because you use present tense and present continuous tense. It improves fluency because you speak without stopping too much. It improves confidence because you hear your own voice. It improves thinking because you explain steps clearly. It improves memory because you connect words with action. This is why this method is so useful for learners. You are not learning English in a boring way. You are learning English through life. And life-based English is powerful because the brain remembers what it experiences. If you only read the word boil, you may forget it. But if you boil water and say, I am boiling water, your brain remembers better. If you only read the word stir, you may forget it. But if you stir tea and say, I am stirring the tea, your brain remembers better. Action plus word creates memory. Memory plus repetition creates fluency. Fluency plus confidence creates communication. This is the real process. You can also make cooking practice more interesting. Imagine you are a cooking show host. Speak like this. Hello, everyone. Today, I am making a simple breakfast. First, I am taking 2 eggs. Now, I am adding salt and onion. Next, I am mixing everything. The pan is hot, so I am adding the mixture. This omelet smells really good. Now, it is ready to serve. This practice is fun. It also builds camera confidence. If you want to make YouTube videos, Instagram Reels, or speaking practice videos, this method is very helpful. You can also practice questions and answers. Ask yourself, what am I cooking today? I am cooking rice. What ingredients do I need? I need rice, water, and salt. What am I doing now? I am washing the rice. How does the food smell? It smells delicious. Is the food ready? Yes, the food is ready. This method prepares you for real conversation. Because conversation is full of questions and answers. You can also practice past tense after cooking. For example, I made tea today. I boiled water. I added sugar and milk. I stirred the tea. I served it hot. The tea tasted good. This is very important. During cooking, use present continuous. I am cutting. I am mixing. I am cooking. After cooking, use past tense. I cut. I mixed. I cooked. I served. This way, one cooking session teaches you 2 tenses. That is powerful. You can also practice future tense before cooking. Before cooking, I will make tea. I will boil water. I will add sugar. I will serve it hot. During cooking, I am making tea. I am boiling water. I am adding sugar. I am serving it hot. After cooking, I made tea. I boiled water. I added sugar. I served it hot. This is a deep learning method. Future tense, present continuous tense, past tense, all from one simple activity. Now imagine doing this every day. Your English will become natural. Your grammar will become practical. Your vocabulary will become stronger. Your speaking confidence will increase. Cooking can become one of the easiest and most natural ways to learn English. You do not need to wait for a classroom. You do not need to wait for a teacher. You do not need to wait for a speaking partner. Start with your kitchen. Name the things you see. Describe your actions. Explain the steps. Learn kitchen vocabulary. Make sentences from real actions. Record yourself. Listen. Correct. Repeat. And practice daily. Do not worry if your English is simple. Simple English is the beginning of fluent English. Do not worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes show that you are trying. Do not worry if your voice sounds different. Your voice will become stronger with practice. The most important thing is to speak, because you cannot become fluent by staying silent. You become fluent by using English every day. So next time you cook, do not cook silently. Speak English. Say, I am cutting the onion. I am adding salt. I am mixing everything. The food smells good. My meal is ready. These small sentences may look simple today, but if you repeat them daily, they can change your confidence. One day you will realize that English is no longer only a subject. English has become part of your life. Your kitchen became your classroom. Your cooking became your practice. Your voice became stronger, and your confidence started growing naturally. So keep cooking, keep speaking, keep learning, and keep improving. Because every small daily action can take you closer to fluent English.